Welcome to the Peanut and Cocoa Bean Experience. Episode 6.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi, sweetheart. So, welcome back to the Peanut and Cocoa Bean Experience. So, where did we leave off?
Age.
Everybody's been wanting to know the age difference.
Yes.
So, the age difference is 12 years. 12?
Absolutely 12.
12 years difference. So I'm not shy to tell you my age. I'm 49 years of age. I think if I really feel that God has blessed me to live this long, for me to be untruthful or bashful about my age is kind of contradicting knowing that I'm blessed to live this long. So 49.
Look amazing.
I look amazing. Thank you.
Very welcome. I'm 37 and 37 with a lot of background, stories, and experience. I have no problem saying I'm 37. I know I don't look it.
So first, right? I hope everybody had a wonderful Labor Day.
Yes.
And I'm going like off script for a moment because we had a little vacation this weekend.
It was vacation?
It was vacation. And it was kind of impromptu. And we went to the water, which is one of our favorite places.
Yes.
And I just have to share, we woke up one morning, yesterday morning, we woke up and he wanted to wake me up right before the sun cracked the horizon.
Yes.
And so we stood out on the balcony and I said, oh, babe, we got to get the camera. We got to take pictures. And he said that this time is just for me and you. It's not for everybody else. And then he prayed while the sun rose. And so I have to share that just because sometimes our experiences that we have, I just often wonder who's got it better than me. I don't know. Who's got it better than me?
We haven't met that person.
I haven't met that person yet. So I hope you had those type of experiences over the weekend. And someone also asked, is this a relationship advice column type of video? No.
Not at all.
What is it, man?
It's better to say we are sharing our experiences. That's why it's in the name of our show, as a way to give you a different perspective, alternative perspective. Because there will be some shows that we share with you about lifestyles.
Yeah. Yes.
Hygiene.
Yes. Yeah.
Adaptability. And many, many more. We won't, spoil everything for everyone. We want them to know that this doesn't just come out of thin air. It takes a lot of growth.
We've had many dinners and long talks that we've often said, man, we have those difficult conversations. I wonder if everyone else is having these difficult, uncomfortable conversations.
Yes.
And one of those conversations
is bodies.
Bodies. What does that mean? What does that mean, bodies? Body count.
Body count is a terminology used by many youngsters, many of the urban influence, and I have many opinions about bodies and how you should or should you speak on.
Oh.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll take lead. So taking lead in this, I think it's important that you share experience. I have had experiences in these things. I have had experiences with a partner and I didn't come over here as a first-time rider. I've had a little bit of time here. I don't think specifically given a number would create a lot of happiness later on. It would always be a competition, or am I enough? Why do you have so many or so few? Why is this only your number? What's the problem? Or what's the problem? Right?
Yeah.
You can ask that question a couple of different ways. And my opinion is you probably should not share the specific number. However, you should share that you're open to make this an experience if this makes sense for you later on in life. And not to overuse the word experience. I don't want to create insecurity because of numbers.
Yeah. So you had to explain to me what body count was. I didn't understand, but you did explain to me. The first thing that came to my mind is I don't want to have those conversations because of my insecurity.
Yeah.
Wondering, well, how am I doing? Like I didn't want to have those conversations. And I remember telling you, I don't know, early into dating, that I'm not concerned with anything you have done. Anything that Peanut has done from this date forward, I'm really not concerned with. I just think that opens the door to too much, for me, insecurity and fear and doubt.
Yes.
I'm only concerned with the day that we said that we were going to date. We're going to have a monogamous relationship.
Yes.
And we vowed that together.
Yes.
That's the only date I'm concerned with. I'm really not concerned with anything else.
Right. I can definitely appreciate this.
So have you had those talks before? Have you had a body count talk with a female?
Yeah.
Have you been intimidated by her count?
No.
No. Has she been intimidated by yours?
Let me answer the first part of that. I wasn't intimidated by her count because I had belief that it was doubled. I had belief that
you believe that her account,
she may have fudged the numbers.
Doesn't everybody?
I
mean, you didn't?
No, I didn't. I didn't fudge my numbers.
So besides you, do you think if you have a conversation, you got homeboys, you got partners,
all right?
So you guys talk about a lot of different things. Do you think that the majority have the women will downplay their number, and the man will over
the number?
Yeah,
I won't speak for him, but what I'll do is I'll take a strong statistical random questionnaire that I've done with them, and I believe that the number that they probably gave was well under their number, as not to intimidate the lover, partner, or you know.
I see that.
Yeah, I think that was what it was, and I believe the same was for the opposite. Yeah,
I can see that.
The second question you asked me about my experience of speaking on what was the response, or I guess how did they take it? I believe shock was the first word.
Yeah. Because
I was honest. When I speak to you about certain experiences, you have no problem asking, well, what was that one's name? So you're creating a number on your own.
I am.
And you have no problem continuously saying, well, wait, was that this one? Or was that this one? Was it this one? Or was it that one? And when you do these things, I believe you're creating a tally.
Yeah.
A woman has a strong affinity to certain partners.
Yeah.
Now, there may be the little neighbor fling, co-worker / Bahama trip, Jamaica, whatnot, right? There might be those, but they didn't have the significance as these certain partners. And that's where it can be skewed and fudged. And I think that that plays a big role too in your emotional capability. Whereas the man, we be like, oh, well, it felt good, you know, that's why it happened, you feel me, or whatever. So,
the body count creates a lot of insecurity for me. It just does. And it's funny, we had a conversation back when we first started, and you asked yourself, I know, right? And you asked me, who hurt you? Who cheat? Why?
Oh, yeah.
Why does this come up for you? Who cheated on you? Who hurt you that way? And I had to get a pen and piece of paper, and I had to do some writing. I had to reach out to my support group. I had to do some writing. I had to do some uncovering, discovering, and discarding of the old story versus the new story.
Get it out there.
Right? And what did I come back and tell you? Nobody cheated on me. My ex-husband didn't cheat on me. I don't have a long list of men that cheated on me. However, there is a loyalty factor that has happened in my childhood that feeds that. And some people pointed out to me the daddy issue, the
trauma.
Yeah, the trauma issue. So although no one has cheated on me, people have left me.
Yeah.
And that's where I tie it into. But that had to be a lot of work on my part. I remember when we first started dating.
Yes.
And we started talking about the stuff.
Yes.
Right? The trauma, the stuff. We have a lot of similar stuff.
Yes.
Mine manifested in other ways. Yours manifested itself in other ways. But I remember you told me, thank you for doing the work.
Oh, yeah.
Because unless you had done your work about being, promiscuous and, any other things that you've had to deal with and face, and unless I did that work, we wouldn't be whole and complete enough to be equally yoked enough. We continue to put God first. We pray before our videos, and we pray together a lot. And I feel, you feel, you said you feel, that these steps have been anointed.
Fault.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
I think so.
I'm teasing. I'm so teasing.
And I thank you for doing the work, because you couldn't be present right now, right here, and be equally yoked with me.
Right.
If it wasn't.
I'm very thankful for both of us doing the work. I'm very thankful and grateful for us both taking the time out to discover us. Mine didn't happen overnight, and I'm sure yours didn't. So,
are we moving on to the next topic?
We can move on to the next
Are
topic.
you?
How do we speak on our vices, or do we support our vices?
So when two people start a relationship and they say, okay, we're going to be together, and then we start discovering different vices, right? Do we discourage as a partner? Do we support? What does that look like if you support that? Or do we encourage it? So we have come to see and notice that one of my vices is online shopping.
Shopping.
Not
Not just online. Shopping.
Not just
no
online.
judgment.
Shopping.
I recognized it.
What did you decide to do when you seen that?
Well, I have the basic questions I always ask. Is it a need or a want? If it's a need, I have nothing to say. You needed it. If it's a want, do you need it now? Can you wait? Can you hold back? Is this a want for later? Is this a want for now? One of my vices was sexual promiscuity. Yeah. Dealing with the fact, was one woman enough? And that's a tough vice. It wasn't discovered in our relationship, thankfully and fortunately. It was discovered in other relationships.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for
I learn something every day from you. Every single day.
Thank you.
I learned something.
Yeah, same.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yes.
So, what should we talk about next week? Put it on the viewer's mind. What are we going to talk about?
So episode 4.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
We'll be live.
We'll do live.
You can ask us questions.
Yes, absolutely.
Remember, we're not advice.
No.
We don't give relationship advice at all. But this is the Peanut and Cocoa Bean experience. This is something that has happened to both of our lives.
Yes.
And we have had those deep, intimate conversations and discuss.
We're going to discuss what was your most uncomfortable and difficult conversation with your spouse, significant other, or your lover.
Okay. I know what that is.
Great. Next week, you guys.
Next week. Thank you for tuning in.